Hi everyone, I'd like to welcome you to or welcome back to Uncommon Wealth in the Commonwealth, where I specialize in Virginia Lottery's Pick 3 strategies, forecasts, predictions, or what have you, and a few tips and tricks in between that I've learned through the years in playing the number. I want to go back and recap something with you guys. Again, I'm going to try to get as much information in as I can on each topic in as least amount of time as I possibly can, but I just want to make sure everyone understands, so bear with me. The other day I posted Trips 101. Let me teach you guys something really quick. And this is just from sheer experience. If you don't believe me, feel free to fact check me. The winning numbers history is available to be downloaded at virginialottery.com. You can check me out. So anyway, I put on Trips 101 about 3, maybe 4 things we're looking for when we are in search of a trip. A triple number, 000 through 9. I hope everyone knows what that is. One is the 10 keeps showing up in the cut sum or in... I wanted to do this video because I wanted to be clear. This wasn't clear. When I put 10 or the 0 cut sum appears. When I say the 10 cut sum, I'm speaking of numbers that equal 10, right? Hold on one second. I want to get my notes out so I'm not wrong. When I say you're looking for a number that equals a 10, those numbers would be, if it would decide it wants to clear up. Here, I'm not sure what's happening. I have 019, 028, 037, 046, 055. Yeah, I'm not about to do all of that. Can y'all see that? You see that? That's a tool. So here, there's a tool. There are all the sums right there and numbers that equal up to the sums. And if you correlate these back end numbers to the cut sums, then you know that's a 7, that's a 6. What is that? 6, that's a 5, that's a 4, that's a 3. But there's the sums right there, right? So any number that equals a 10, can you see that? Yep. All right, I'll try to do that quickly because I don't want any problems with them people. They don't pay me. But I am advertising for everyone to go use pick34.com as a tool. Anywho, numbers that appear as a 10 cut sum. Or when you see a 10 show up in a number. A 1 and a 9, that's a 10. A 1 and a 0, 8 and a 2, that's a 10. 505, that right there is a 10. That 6 and a 4 is a 10. That 9 and a 1 is a 10. A 6 and a 4 is a 10, and so on and so forth, right? When that happens, that's considered a trip trigger, right? When the 10 sum where the 10 shows up, as I mentioned just a second ago, right? A number that is considered a trip trigger. I put a video the other day up with numbers that are considered trip triggers. Let me see here. I'm trying to find the picture for you guys. Okay. Once upon a time, a long time ago, I was in some lottery groups. So check my note right there. But that does say November 2018. So that's how long I've been doing it. A little bit longer than that, but I started taking it for real in 2018 for sure. So those numbers, any of those numbers you see, they're considered trip triggers, right? You see any of those, or if you see a trip appear in the add up or the forecast for the week, which I have discussed and I'm working on posting a video about it now. If you see the trip show up in an add up, then you should be on the lookout for it. That's what BOLO means. Be on the lookout. BOLO. Okay? Just a little reminder that I'm wishing everybody an abundance of tax-free money this year. Okay? New intentions. Set your goals. Let's get this tax-free money. Hey, over here, this is what we do. We play to win. Because what? We win. Moving right along. Trip triggers. All right. Down to the nitty-gritty right here. Sequence edition. I like sequence numbers. They're my favorite to play, but they're mainly my favorite to play because if you get any of these right here in this order, any of these in this order, fact check me. I would love it. Please go back and see when we receive trips in any given week. And a high probable you will see one of these numbers showed up a week before, a week after, somewhere in between, one of these numbers in this order showed up. Not to mention that sequence numbers in general are trip triggers. But when you see this and you're doing the add up, and I know how the add up works for my state, of course I'm going on high trip alert. Do I play them every day and all the time? No, I do not. But when I see certain triggers, these right here, that 10 keeps showing up. If they show up in here, if that 10 keeps showing up one way or another in the numbers, or as a whole number, 730 is a 10 whole, 721 is a 10 whole, as a whole number when I'm saying whole, okay? Just in case everybody don't get that. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. When you see those three things, and you see these numbers right here in any sequence, if they show up, and I know this, I already know what they're going to give. Of course, I just put the number because the first number I always add up with is 0, 1, 2. So as soon as I see this right here, common knowledge, I know trips on deck. I don't even have to do the rest of the math. And because I've been doing it for so long, I already know that these are the numbers that give it up. Okay? So with that being said, I hope that is a good tool for us to use going forward when we're looking for trips. But never fear, because if you follow me, I'm going to do the work. And when I say they're coming, they're coming. The only reason why I thought last week she was going to give it up is because she'd owed it to us. She played us that week, gave us triple fives. It was on a Saturday in the rundown. It should have came up again. It appeared in the add up. It should have came up again. But I think what happened is sometimes we throw off the algorithm when we're playing, and I don't know if everybody knows that before they run the number that we actually get, they do test runs, and I call them like test balls. And I'm willing to bet you a trip has showed up in a test run, and or some of the numbers that were in my weekly prediction that didn't come out because they didn't drop how they should. However, I did notice a slight increase on regular numbers and their payout. So I'll get into all of that later. And as well as, once my followers get up, I'll tell you guys how the Virginia Lottery forced me into retirement last year. And I'm back. I'm back, and I'm back with a vengeance. I am the Virginia Lottery tax-free VIP. I am the tax-free VIP because now even they know that I run it up on them. I run it up on them for tax-free amounts of money. And there's nothing that they can do about it because I win fair and square. I do the work. I set my intentions. And it is what it is. And it's money to be had. They give out billions of dollars. We play hundreds of thousands, if not billions of dollars collectively. Why not win big on it? So anyway, you guys, I hope this was a help to someone, a couple of us. Take notes, screenshot, just be mindful when you're making your plays and your selections of what you're coming when you're trying to, what you're playing when you're trying to predict your forecast and your plays for the day and for the week and for the month. But if you're looking for a trip, there you go. There you go. That might help. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you will be up to date when I post the videos. Thank you guys for tuning in. Everyone be safe.